My name is Brendan de Gasada, and I'm here with my partner.
Carlos Martel.
And we are coming to you live here from Leva Court for the Senior Championship Intramurals, where the Good Boys will be taking on the Cofi Beans in an extremely highly anticipated matchup.
You know, it should be a fun one. Ultimate Frisbee, always looking forward to this game. Going to make it a tradition here at the Leva Court. Been talking a big game. I've heard these people talking smack in the hallways. You know, I'm ready for this one, man.
Absolutely, and we get to see the best athletic talent in the school on display. You can see the guys throwing around, warming up, getting ready to go. You can see a pregame speech going on in the back right corner. And, you know, even though they're missing Flex, all these guys are definitely hyped about this.
Yeah, man, should be a fun one here. Just like March Madness, there's been a ton of upsets. You know, should expect a high-scoring game. These people have been dialing in their craft, learning how to throw this Frisbee, spin it the right way. Should be a fun one here.
Now I'll read to you the starting roster for the Good Boys. Managers are Matthew Sotomayor and Lucas Riesco. You got Adrian Muelle, Michael Valdez, Emerson Patmore, Sebastian Olaniel, Jose Serratos, Lucas Rivera, Alexander Tirse, Dale Waterhouse, Andy Liavano, Eduardo Poleo, Noah Levy, and Andres Madrigal. And their flex teacher is Mr. Ortiz.
You know, it's a good team. A lot of athletes on that team. Well-rounded. You know, they have a really good chance of winning this one.
Absolutely. A lot of soccer guys on there. Maybe a couple basketball team captain, Michael Valdez. Definitely, like Chuck was saying, definitely a very talented roster.
You know, the soccer kids might not be very well with their hands. You know, can't really use it in soccer, but this game's all about the hands. Let's see how that, happens.
Now for your starting roster for the Cofi Beans, the starting managers are Nico Hernandez and Justin Malari. Your lineup is Ryan Wendelkin, Andre Toussaint, Marco Priegues, Nico Misunas, Sebastian Leon, Santiago Rodriguez, Sebastian Lorari, Jude Schlauer, Nicholas Rotolo, Gregory Viejo, Mateo Rossi, and Hernandez Lagariga.
You know, watching these people warm up, they have no idea where this Frisbee is going. I mean, this is not very good right here. You know, hopefully they can dial it in here.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have barely been playing with each other. This is only the third flex, I guess you could say. We had the exhibition round, and then we had the playoff round, and now we're here. So a very short little group of games, but these guys don't seem very coordinated as a team. But they'll still manage to, I guess, score some points today.
We did learn Ultimate Frisbee in 7th grade, Coach Chachi's PE class. I learned a lot about the sport. It's a great sport. Of course, you know, I was probably the best one, like always, but, you know, it sucks that everyone can't be like me out here. And we're going to have to see who steps up.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm sure if we were out there, we'd be running around these guys. They
Yeah,
wouldn't stand
man.
a chance.
No, I'm just watching these guys. Easy competition here.
Yeah, you see him faking throws there. Student council president Johnny Fuentes in the back.
I mean, that guy's a ref for a reason.
These refs also don't have much game experience. Don't know if we talked about that, but one of WBLN's very own Adrian Vidal is actually reffing today, and definitely expect to be upset by some of the calls that you see on the court today.
We have Bobby Caballero on score. Probably a good thing he's not touching the Frisbee.
Yeah, all three of those guys. Special thanks to Mr. Jordan and Ms. Giganti for putting this whole thing together. Couldn't have done this without them.
Looks like they do have a couple shirts on to tell what team is who. Last time we tried this out, no idea who was who. No idea who was scoring. Looks to be a little more organized this time around.
And that's great because, you know, last time we sat down here and we couldn't know which team is which. We actually sent a couple guys down now to figure out what was happening because it's not as organized as we'd like it to be. But, hey, at the end of the day, They're just out there playing Frisbee, and they're having a good time.
Yep. Some may be following their passion. Maybe ultimate Frisbee is what they strive to do in the future.
And guys, if you stay on the broadcast, we'll have a 10:30 start time. They've been taking a bit to start this up, but hopefully they'll start this up soon. We'll see. Special shot of Mr. Marrero there.
They're probably giving kids some detentions. A lot of kids' hair looking pretty long out here.
Yeah, they've definitely been cracking down on that one. Got a PSA on Thursday for any uniform infractions.
Wow.
To look out. A lot of guys got hit hard by that one.
Yep. I know a lot of kids not wearing their belt, put a sweater over it. Nope. They caught them.
A couple of the good boys players, specifically Alexander Jesuit, we see him a white tank top. I mean, that is the only uniform I see. A couple guys wearing shorts. It's definitely not part of the school uniform, but they're making it work.
No, it's good, though. You can, change, get into some comfier clothes. These pants, tie, button down might not be the greatest. I might not like them a bunch, but, this ultimate Frisbee game, you can change out of it. I think it's a great thing that you can do that. So we have Lucas Pinto there on the cameras, and we have the two coaches meeting up to discuss the rules. Mr. Jordan there.
Not sure what we're waiting for currently, but if we find out, we will let you know. Mr. Jordan looks like he's just having a fun little conversation with Jeffrey Bruner and Julio Blandon, along with Miss Giganti and starting linebacker Cam Walters. Starting to see more and more guys in the white tank tops. It looks like the good boys may have actually coordinated something. It's very surprising for Belen.
Looks like they are taking the court here. Some final messages, some final words from the coaches. And it looks like they will be headed onto the court soon.
Sebastian Olaniel is repping a white tank top with ARTY'S Good Boys, referencing Mr. ARTY'S, senior theology teacher. They definitely did a great job with those uniforms. And there's more of them right there. They are definitely in uniform. Great job from the good boys. There's Mr. ARTY'S breaking down.
Boom, they are ready. They look fired up. They look prepared. I think this will be a great match. I have the good boys taking this one home.
I have to, just because they show slightly more coordination, they might have a little more teamwork going on, and might have to go there. But just to be a little bit of an outlier here, take the Cofi Beans.
Okay.
Was told they all had a café con leche this morning. They're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And sponsored by Mr. Cofino, of course. And they're ready to go. Hopefully, put up a great game for us to watch.
And while we wait here, who do you have winning March Madness?
I'm not a big follower of college basketball, but UF seems to be playing really well, even though I'm a Canes fan. Hurts to say, but they do look great. So
They do look great.
Definitely one of those teams. You never know. It's normally never a one seed. I mean, UConn did win it last year.
Back-to-back, UConn was. Now they're facing Oklahoma round one. And then, whatever game wins out, they're going to have to face the Gators. The Gators are on a roll. Beat Tennessee yesterday to win the SEC championship. I'm a Gator fan, so hopefully they do win it all.
Maybe we could see a March Madness Ultimate Frisbee professional bracket coming soon. Maybe colleges make a March
Everyone
Madness
could do their brackets. Winner gets a lot of money.
So, Chuck, have you made a bracket yet in NCAA?
I made like 5. You only get to make 25. I'm doing 5 a day. Hopefully one of them hits, win $1 million. Would be pretty cool.
What was your most common win pick?
The Florida Gators.
Florida Gators. All 5?
No, not all 5.
Balance it out.
Probably like 2.
Okay. Yeah, what's it going to end up being? Like 10?
Who? What?
Like 10 out of the 25 brackets?
Probably, man. They've been playing some great basketball. Do not see them losing. They're on a roll right now. They look like the best team in the country.
Any straight upset picks that you have that gut feeling that you?
I do have that. I feel like Akron's gonna take down Arizona.
The Zips.
The Zips. 4. Was it a 4? I don't know. 4-12, 4-13 matchup. I think they're gonna take it home. I don't really like Arizona this year, as it looks like we're about to get underway here. As O'Neal, the Aggie prospects, will be throwing it over.
The Good Boys will be defending the left side of your screen, and the Cofi Beans will be defending the right side. Right now, you have a shot at the Good Boys. Liavano's the only one not in uniform. Not sure he got the memo. Mr. Jordan getting ready to drop the Frisbee in the middle, it looks like.
Maybe a quick prayer. There it was, a quick prayer there.
Makes a lot more sense than just dropping the Frisbee in the middle.
Yeah.
Looks like he's explaining the rules one last time.
Looks like we're about to head underway right here as O'Neal throws the opening Frisbee.
Cofi Beans tossing it around. There is a shot clock or a score clock for each team that if they don't make it will result in a turnover.
Does look like to have some strategy here. Find the open man, go up court quick. Looks good out the jump.
Rossi, point guard in the back, tosses it up.
Wow!
Nico Misunas.
I mean, that guy is really tall. Probably like 6'7" feet.
Right about. Excellent play there for the Cofi Beans. Puts them up 1-0 to start the game.
I think he plays volleyball. I mean, that guy, we need him for volleyball. Very tall guy. Oh, as he tries to sneak one in there and it gets rejected. Back. Oh, and he gets rejected again.
Mikey Valdez showing off that defense that he learned from Coach Chachi in basketball. A great play there to give the Good Boys the Frisbee back.
It does look like they know what they're doing with the Frisbee. They look actually pretty good here.
Tosses it deep. Turnover for the Cofi Beans.
Oh, touchdown right there. 2-0, Cofi Beans.
Cofi Beans, despite not being in uniform, look much more coordinated than the Good Boys do.
They do indeed.
Jeffrey Bruner moving it up court. O'Neal.
Wow, quick touchdown there. O'Neal throws a nice Frisbee for a touchdown. Looks good there with the tank top. Almost missed another head top there.
Man, Misunas tried up to go for his second touchdown. Couldn't bring that one down. Looks like another touchdown there for the Good Boys.
Or maybe a flag. Maybe a flag from Mr. Jordan there.
And Misunas snags another one.
Wow. He had like 5 guys in his face there. Just ripped them all off and caught the ball or the Frisbee. That's talent right there. That's peak athleticism at its finest.
Yeah, the Cofi Beans are just keep tossing it up to him. I think that's what their game plan was, and they were sitting in flex. They're like, how are we going to win this tournament?
It's a great...
Chuck it to Misunas.
And there he goes again, another ball to Misunas, and he catches it. He's just taller than everyone on the court. And, he can't throw the Frisbee, but he can catch it. And that's all they need him to do, to stand back there in the end zone and catch it.
Just a lot of cherry picking there from the Cofi Beans.
As they do it again. They do it again.
Nico Misunas might clean sweep.
As they do it again. Oh, no, that was the replay.
Nico Misunas might clean sweep the awards here. Rookie of the Year, MVP. Just an unbelievable. He's just standing in the end zone. He's not even trying to play defense. I guess that's how they made the championship.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great strategy. They do it again. That's a great play there. You have to box him out. Just like basketball, rebound, box him out. Can't let him get to the Frisbee. Because if he does, he has a major height advantage.
It took about 5 good boys to bat that one down, but they did pull it off.
Yeah. Just spraying down the court.
I wonder where they're going here.
Goes right back to him off the... Oh! It's not the tall kid. It's the kid behind him.
Not as tall, so he looked kind of short, but still tall enough to bring
Still
that
tall.
one.
Great defense here by the Cofi boys as that guy brings down again, man.
Yeah, Nico Misunas is just a walking cheat code. It's like the Shaq of Ultimate Frisbee here. Just a force to be reckoned with. And the good boys have just no answer for him at all. And
6-1. Maybe a couple more touchdowns and they can break this game open. I know it's early, a lot of game left. But it looks like their strategy is unstoppable. Their defense, man, is batting down Frisbees and then throwing it up.
Misunas jumped a little early on that one. He's not happy about it.
No. He missed an opportunity there. Mr. Jordan talking to them, too. Looks like to calm him down a little bit.
I think Mr. Jordan's telling him he can't just sit in the end zone.
You know, if it's not broke, why fix it?
Looks like they were too good, and Mr. Jordan had to shut him down, kind of like
Whoa! Head top there. Went right over the back and caught that ball.
Past the halfway mark in the first half. It's currently 6-2 for the Cofi Beans. And maybe with Mr. Jordan's impromptu rule change, they might actually stand a chance now that Nico Misunas can't cherry pick the entire game.
Great defense there.
Just great movement.
Great movement. You'll miss that last throw.
Yeah, announcer's jinx there. Not great. But hey, give credit where credit's due. The Cofi Beans have done an incredible job on defense because even though they are cherry picking with Nico Misunas, they've only allowed 2 touchdowns on defense. So they're doing a phenomenal job in the back end. And definitely a big reason, other than Nico Misunas, why they are up 6-2.
Terrible throw there.
Almost a one-handed catch in the corner of the end zone. Couldn't make out who that is, but hey, props to you, man. Great catch.
You can tell that guy missed, the class that we learned how to throw Frisbee.
Just airmails it.
Yep. You gotta get the wind. There's no wind here playing indoors, but all those things are a factor in throwing a Frisbee. Right there, another one out of bounds.
Little mistakes now from the Cofi Beans, and you'd think this would be a great time for the good boys to capitalize.
Whoa, as Olaniel throws one into the students.
Taps his chest, gives the stands a my bad. They're all giving him a hard time and leads to a free touchdown.
Looks like out of frustration there. Threw one into the stands. One might have chirped him. They didn't like the chirp. Threw it right at his face.
Might eject him after that one, and it looks like a timeout there.
Timeout, great timeout there. 7-2, nice 7 deuce. I got to come back from this one.
Minute and 1 second left in the first half. Chuck, what have you been seeing so far?
Man, I've been seeing a great strategy out of the Cofi Beans. Just let the tall kid go in the end zone and catch it. He looks like Goliath out there. Just bigger than everybody, but guess what? I still rolling with my guys. The Davids here, going to take them down. I have a feeling. Big comeback will happen right here.
Yeah, when I was looking at the roster, I probably should have looked at that and honed in on that Nico Masunas player a little more. That kid's got something going, and you know, seeing him play basketball, made a little good run there in the playoffs, and you know, should have been able to recognize that name and think, man, he'd be a problem, and locked in the Cofi Beans. But hey, you know,
As they threw it right to him there, turnover right to him. Oh, just missed that head top there. And there he is. He's there again, deflecting balls and catching Frisbees. There he is again.
and even though he can't cherry pick, he's still finding a way to score. 8-2 Cofi Beans. Just absolute domination here. Gonna need a big miracle-esque halftime speech from the Good Boys.
Looks like the Good Boys can't really throw a Frisbee, though.
Cofi Beans can't either. Overthrew that one by a mile. Oh,
Looks like he came back to him. Maybe he can throw it. Let's see what the Good Boys can do, though. As Mr. Jordan calls off the game right here. A little break. Rule discussion. 21 seconds left.
Mr. Jordan wearing some colorful socks. I don't know if you guys caught that, but
As they throw another turnover, the Good Boys. Colorful socks indeed. Oh, we have Cheney. There he is. There he is, bottom of your screen.
I heard Coach Cheney's doing the halftime performance. He's gonna do some karaoke for us.
It's going to look really good. He's a great singer. I heard him practicing. I think he's going to go with some, you know, Katy Perry. Yeah, I heard he jams to that all the time. I think he's going to be really good as the clock hits 0 here. 2-8 Cofi Beans. You know, the first half dominated by the Cofi Beans. Let's see if the Good Boys can regroup.
Chuck, if you were the manager of the of the Good Boys, I apologize. What would you be saying to them right about now?
You know, I wouldn't be saying a lot of good things. The team is not playing very good. You can tell they're just getting dominated. You know, they can tell they didn't prepare. You know, I would be saying a couple words that I cannot repeat here. Get them focused up. They look a little lost right now. You know, it's a great time to regroup, though. A lot of time left.
Yeah, you know, they managed to coordinate their uniforms, but that's about it.
That's about it. No Frisbee gameplay out here.
Yeah, I think they practiced for the wrong football when they read the Frisbee football name, and they just haven't looked good out there. Look a little frustrated there in the back. I don't know if you guys can see him.
Looks like Oleniel is taking matters into his own hands, telling people where to go. Looks like to be a captain on this team. You know, everyone wants this trophy. Huge trophy here. Probably one of the biggest trophies I've ever seen. People really want to win this one. As it looks like halftime is over. Didn't really see Cheney. Don't know where he's at. I was really looking forward to see his karaoke.
Maybe it's post-game.
Maybe. I don't know. I did get some insider info, though. It's Call Me Maybe. That's a song he is going to sing. I don't know. Maybe Coach Cheney needs someone to call him. Maybe.
See what you did there.
As we have Balsera here. Any words you want to say, Balsera?
It's definitely more entertaining in here than it was in there watching, mainly because of the announcers. The game isn't very interesting, honestly. The most interesting thing I see is the Nicholas Masunas graphic that was just on. You guys missed it. The game's just boring. It's a blowout.
It is a blowout. We need you out there, man. Did your Flex lose?
We did lose every game we played.
Every game we played, they went defeated. You know, I think a big factor of that one is they did have this guy on the team.
Well, I actually wasn't playing. That's the reason.
That's the reason. He wasn't playing. Why weren't you playing out there? Hamstrings a little tight, lacrosse?
Yeah, little things under a little pressure.
Yeah.
We'll be back soon.
You know, can't handle the pressure. You know, everyone out here playing for their life as we are underway here.
Looks like the sides have flipped. And just
Another bad throw there.
Good boys are not doing anything to help themselves. And another drop from Mikey Valdez, just one after another. And it's just it looks like everybody's got butterfingers today. I haven't seen we haven't caught a pass.
Let's see if they could finally catch one. You know, a blind squirrel finds a nut once a while.
Yeah, I think the farthest passes they made has been to each other this half, just back and forth. That's all they can do.
Yeah, a little rusty. Oh, whoa! As Mr. Jordan calls a push off there. Did not see that, and that leads to a touchdown. I don't know. I think the bet has to be voided. Rigging here. So Coffee Beans look to take this one home early here, but they're up 9-3.
Mr. Jordan looks like he monopolized the reffing a little bit. You can see two refs on the bottom there, but Mr. Jordan has done all the work. Looks like another drop in the end zone. Still 9-3, those of you wondering. Six minutes left in the second half.
You're going to need something to happen here, and that's how you start it off. Olenyel letting the Frisbee come to him. 4-9, only down 5. Mr. Jordan taking the game over. We're here to watch the players, not Mr. Jordan.
And Ryan Wendelkin, great score there. Cofi Beans get an extra point, 10-4 now, extending that lead even more.
As Mr. Belen looks to miss that call, and the player was like, what are we doing here? And he ends up reversing it. I don't know. You got to stay with their call. Oh, my God. What a head top there. Wow.
Who else?
By the MVP, man, Nick.
Yeah, team's got to be carrying him after end of this game. Not sure if they can.
His back has to hurt. Is carrying the team on his back. If I was playing here, I would have 15 touchdowns thrown. I mean, the strategy is very, very easy. Throw it up to the big guy. As they try it once again, and oh my God. He almost had it, but slapped away. Great defensive play.
Mikey Valdez batted it down. And Mr. Jordan, looks like he called something. Looks like did get in for a touchdown. Mr. Jordan walked onto the court, blew it dead before that Frisbee was even thrown. And it looks like a point has been taken off the board for the Cofi Beans. It's now 9-4. Not sure. I think Mr. Jordan's just subtracting points now to make it more interesting. Maybe that's Bobby's work at the score desk. Shout out Bobby Caballero.
Shout out indeed. What a play there. And hit out of bounds.
Less than 5 minutes left here in the second half.
Let the kids play. This is street ultimate football, Frisbee. Let the kids play. A little shove probably here. Bat it down.
They just can't get anything going. I mean, at this point, they got to just start moving the Frisbee up and down the court little by little. Can't be using these long passes. Leovano with a great pickoff there. They're trying, but they just can't connect. It's just very disorganized here. And not sure what happened there. Great toss there to the back, just wasn't able to get there.
Almost ran to Madero. If he did, probably looking at it at a suspension there. Does not like to be touched.
Jeffrey Bruner looking around, not really sure what's happening. It looks like Mr. Jordan just walked on the court, signaling touchdown. And there, the Cofi Beans get their point back.
4 minutes left.
And just chucks it into nowhere. Not much going here for the good boys.
Rough day overall for the good boys. They're not playing very good at all. They should be called the bad boys.
And it looks like they're going to get a chance to score here. Never mind. I think that was the Cofi Beans, and they just keep piling on. Just nothing they can do.
Looks like the tournament MVP is going to be an easy one. Going with Nico Masunas. I think he does get some free steak dinner for being tournament MVP.
And I think he's featured in Cheney's post-game performance, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one. I would try my hardest just to be right beside Coach Cheney. Period. Not even the karaoke, just Coach.
Great company in there. 8-point lead for the Cofi Beans with just under 3 minutes to go in the second half. And it looks like, Chuck, unfortunately, your prediction of the Good Boys was just completely incorrect.
No, I mean, that was one of the worst ones. That was a terrible prediction.
You know, with this primetime matchup, you know, you'd think that they schedule the best games to go, but I can't help but think there's got to be some other competition here. Just brutal.
I mean, this Frisbee's going left and right, kind of like my golf game. With my golf game, the safest place to be is right in front of me.
Mr. Jordan's back on the court. He's had more play time than some of the guys on the bench.
As he calls something else, or a timeout. 5-12 here. Looks like the Cofi Beans are running away with this one. Championship will be theirs.
I think Mr. Jordan's reminiscing a little too much on back when he had those Frisbee football days back in 2008 when he graduated.
You know, it's a great sport, very energetic, you know, very, very, very fun. It's a great sport.
Not very entertaining, though, in certain games like this where the Cofi Beans just blow the other team out of the waters. Not much you can do.
We did have Mr. Balsera tell us about that. The best place to be is probably in the booth.
And Ryan Wendelkin scores more points for the Cofi Beans. It just keeps coming.
Ryan is going to FSU next year. Has another touchdown there. 14-5.
Could we see a double-digit lead here? Very likely. Coming up on less than 2 minutes left in the half.
Lanier looks frustrated there. Hands up in the air. Like he just don't care. As he does get the ball here. Nope. Intercepted. Oh no, touchdown there for the Cofi Beans. 10-point lead, double digits. Didn't think I was going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, once Nico Masunas, wasn't allowed to cherry pick. Speaking of, they're going back to him. But Ryan Wendelkin's been an absolute stud for this Cofi Beans team. Looks like the MVP might have a little bit of competition there now.
Run for their money. I still think it goes to him, though.
Yeah, he gave him the lead in the first place. And he does get 2 feet down. Not sure if this is a 1-foot or 2-foot game. But the Good Boys cut the lead down to less than double digits. And with less than a minute left. And just like that, it's back to a 10-point lead. 16-6 Cofi Beans. Looks like we got a timeout called as if that's going to do anything. 16-6 with 51 seconds left.
Probably going to get their walk-ons in. One shining moment's getting played after this game. Very emotional time for these seniors. Last ever Frisbee football game. Now they're going to... Yeah, big letdown. Now they're gonna go to college. I don't think there's gonna be any ultimate Frisbee football games there. More like dice and other activities like that.
Looks like we're starting back up again. Clock's running. Less than 50 seconds left to go. What a catch. Looked a little like the Immaculate Reception.
Touchdown there. Not going to do much. Good for the stat sheet, though.
And I think Mr. Jordan didn't only tell Nico Masunas that he couldn't cherry pick. I think he sent him all the way to the back and said you couldn't play offense anymore because he's only been playing defense. And just like that, it's now an 8-point game with 11 seconds left. Do you think a comeback's possible?
No, not really. Not at all. 5 seconds. You already see some people crying. Their moment's done. As the clock has hit 0 and the Cofi Beans won 16-8. Here are the champions. And they are celebrating like champions, saying goodbye, goodbye to the good boys.
Might have a little brawl here after. Looks like it was getting a little feisty, but now they're shaking hands. Looks good. I was hoping for a better game, but at least we had a game, So we will take that. Chuck, looks like your bet didn't cash in.
Nope, not at all. Awful bet there. It was always a Cofi Beans.
But hey, we did have a great time up here.
We
I
did.
think we're going to send it down, potentially, to our sideline reporter. You can see Miss Gigante there with the trophy in the center.
Miss Gigante's next year's class, next year's flex, does have some things to look up to. It looks like they're getting a team picture. Trying to go back-to-back next year.
And they raise it. Mr. Cofino right in the middle. And, man, this has got to be just an all-time high for these guys. Frisbee football champions.
The MVP has a trophy in his hand. Trying to get on the Instagram.
Looks like we got an on-court camera, even though the footage is a little shaky. Oh, and it's straightened out. You can see
Looks like it's Lucas Pinto on the tripod. Wow, great picture there.
The champs.
Probably going to go on the Instagram later. Great group of guys there, great athletes.
Especially
And they are
Nico
champions.
Masunas,
Mm-hmm.
Did a
MVP.
spectacular job. And it looks like we may get a post-game pressure here with Nico Masunas, and we'll go down.
Wow, man, what an honor to have the MVP here.
And with that, we'll go downstairs.
How do you feel about your performance in the game?
I feel like I balled out. Nobody could guard me really. I just head tapped everybody. It was pretty easy.
What did it take to get to this position?
Honestly, I had to eat a lot, grow. I had to play basketball and get my vert up. Because of my vert, nobody could get over there.
Did the game go like you predicted?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got Jude, we got Ryan, we got Tato. Nobody can jump with us. We got too much height. It's just too easy.
What does it feel like to win?
It feels amazing, man. But I know, honestly, we deserved it. We knew it was coming. There's no challenges here. Gotcha.
Can I have the Frisbee?
All right, there we go.
And I'm Carlos Martel.